Is it dangerous? Stop looking up my nose. What's wrong with you? Stop it. Stop it, woman. Stop. Hey, YouTubers. We're about to do the 65-hour update on the quads here. And if you, not a good thing here. To explain this, we went riding this Sunday Sunday afternoon, and we was kind of really mudding and being rough with the four-wheelers, and we broke all of them. Got about 66 hours on mine, and Allie got about 60 on hers. Mine, in one of the videos I was doing the hill climbing, my chain started clicking, and it had gotten loose enough that it was clicking past the gears on there, which if you really get in there looking at them, which you probably won't be able to see on the camera, they're starting to wear. I mean, they're not horrible, but they have shown wear. It's probably because I weigh too much for this thing. 198 pounds is just not enough, especially when they say 366 on the website. But mine, the chain got loose and started clicking. I have replaced my rear brake pads because they was getting down real thin. I didn't want to go too far, so I had replaced brake pads and tightened my chain. Other than that, mine was fine. Now Allie's, she lost her brakes and all the fluid in it. Inside the actual caliper down here, it's two halves, and there's a piston on each half, and they're connected with little journals, little passageways in there, and there's rubber seal, and there's two hex head bolts that connect them and hold them together. Her lower one had gotten loose and leaked out all of her fluid, so I put new pads on hers. I cleaned it all up and put it back together, and I put new fluid in hers, and I bled it. It still feels a little spongy, but I'm going to ride it for a little bit, and then I'll re-bleed the brakes here. I did tighten her chain up a wee bit too, but that's it for hers. Just the back brakes quit working, and then little man's back brakes quit working. His pad fell out again. That's like twice this year I had a pad fall out. They get wore down to nothing, and I was only about 10 or 11 hours into it. So them brake pads that I got from that one company I showed you, they sent me 2 sets. Not very good at all. They wear out awful fast, and if you notice, I pretty much got the whole rear swing arm tore out from underneath of his, because the little man, I guess, was being awful aggressive. Cats everywhere. And he broke it. Broke it right off there. So I don't know why they narrow it down. I mean, that holds your adjuster, and it's awful narrow through there. I don't know why they didn't realize that would be a trouble spot. So his swing arm has these little itty bitty bearings in there, which are totally locked up. So you have more parts to order, I guess. But I was surprised that it had bearings in there, being that it was so small and hardly ever moved anyway. He just doesn't weigh enough to compress the shock, in the back very much. Now I gotta weld this back together and get it. I noticed the chain kept coming loose, and that would be the problem why. So anyway, got to get that done. King Knob here in West Virginia is having a family weekend. Well, it's a demo weekend where they're going to actually have a cookout Sunday, but they're going to have demos up there you can ride, and it's going to be free admittance into the park. I was kind of reluctant about King Knob. It doesn't sound like a family-friendly place, but we'll go up and check it out and see, what it's like and stuff. From the videos, it looks like an old strip job, so I don't know what all kind of trails it'll have, but yeah, everyone had problems and broke down. It's what happens when you abuse them too much. I always had a lot of fun splashing mud on each other and everything, but yeah, and then the fun ended. So when you don't have any brakes, I forgot to tighten up her outer bolt on her chain adjuster there. I mean, yeah, so thought I was done with hers. Got one more bolt to tighten up, but other than that, they've been running good. Just keeps falling apart. Yeah, this stuff works loose, and like I said, there wasn't nothing wrong with her brakes. It just had leaked out all the fluid because, you know, the bottom bolt had worked loose, and it came apart, and there's a rubber O-ring in between the two halves. And then his actually did break, so, but it's been he's rough on that thing, so. Anyway, got some fixing to do. I'll get this welded up and show you what comes of it. Later, YouTubers. Hey, YouTubers. Just got done welding this up. Kind of put some case stitches on this side. Had the grinder down because they had to fit in between the solder bracket, but that's good. It added some strength to the unbroken side. I was going to do it on the inside as well, but I don't know, still debating. Got that side welded and took them down a little bit, but I put some metal there. This is the chain side. Also, the chain was rubbing on that bar a little bit, so I over welded it and ground it down a little bit. Nothing fancy, just real quick to, yeah, not the best looking welds, but that's 70/18, so that's pretty hard stuff, so hopefully that won't break again, you know. So we'll see how it holds. Later, YouTubers.